Welcome to Everything Black. Thank y'all for joining me. Tonight, I want to talk about the Rodney Hinton case. I don't know if y'all remember, but a while back, uh, they had this guy in Houston, Ohio, um, ran over an officer after hearing about his son being killed by police officers. So his name is Rodney Hinton Jr. So if you go and look it up, you can Google it. You kind of catch up to where I'm at now. Anyway, the case, they had a hearing today, I believe, and on this case on Court TV. If y'all missed it, I'm just gonna play a little of it, like the main parts that I heard that maybe I thought would be concerning to the FBA family. This show is called Everything Black, so I talk about Black issues. And if you're a business owner or entrepreneur, successful, you're doing your thing, and I really would like for you to come on the show and talk to others who strive to be in your position, or how you got to your position, or the struggles you had getting there, and how is it that you made it in the system of white supremacy. A lot of people don't make it. A lot of people ignore white supremacy, and they don't give it any validity by saying that it doesn't exist. They will pretend that it doesn't exist and then tell you, "Oh, I got her off $1." Tell you something made up at a store that doesn't really make sense. But this is a story about a guy who went through a mental issue. Just imagine they calling you, your son got killed by police. You know what I mean? Black people are, in a sense, we're all mental, because we're allowing this mental white supremacist system to continue. This is a mental and evil system. When you look around in this courtroom here, you're gonna see what I mean. When they brought this man in the court the first time, they had over probably 100 police officers in there who were against or showing force against this black man to intimidate him in the courtroom. See what I'm saying? That shouldn't have been done. That shouldn't have even been allowed, because they show that white supremacy is in the courthouse. It's in the court building. It's in the courtroom. It's with the judge. The judge could be a suspected white supremacist. The attorneys could be a suspected white supremacist. The officers could be a suspected white supremacist. Exist a white supremacist. We don't know. We don't have the list. But when we take a look at it, we can see with our eyes how this system works. Now, they got this lady. Let me go ahead and start the video. That way y'all can kind of catch up.
Separately, both on Monday and Tuesday, respectively. And I drafted and proposed a stipulation of the parties.
Submit the 3 reports and let the court decide?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
analogous to like a competency, which we do quite a bit in our competency report. The court clinic would type a report, file it with the court. The state gets an opportunity to read it. The defense counsel gets an opportunity to read it. Both parties stipulate, and the court makes its final. That's what we proposed here. But again, we were not able to reach an agreement on that.
Okay.
Based upon that.
So what they're trying to do here is bring in therapists or professional mental health people who have did research and they're professional in picking out who has a mental issue. So this is gonna trip y'all out. The DA didn't pick this lady. The defense didn't pick this lady, but the court picked this lady to kind of say if this guy had mental issues or not. Now, it's going to trip you out how much time she spent with him to make a decision of whether he, at the time he committed the crime, was had mental issues or not. Now, let me go on shoot the video up to get to it. Now that's Rodney Hinton right there. He's the one who had heard that his son was killed by police. Went to see him. It was already at the police department to hear what happened. But at some point in time, he just went into a mental rage. Got in a car, drove and ran over another police officer. Now the police officer didn't have anything to do with the shooting, but in his mental capacity, he just wanted to get back at him. Okay, and this is probably every Black person, every foundation Black American would understand this. If you had roots going back to the slave field, you would understand how this man felt at the time this happened. It is known that the police officers in Ohio are very racist. I call them race soldiers. That's what the brother Neely Fuller, the grandfather of white supremacy, taught us. A race soldier is somebody who intentionally want to hurt you regardless whether you've done anything or not. They can't wait to punish you. They can't wait to do harm to you. They've been holding back for so long to harm you. Now, we all get that feeling when we deal with a Caucasian person who is in a uniform representing law and order. When we go inside a courtroom and we see Caucasians who represent law and order, and we have to defend ourselves against them. Sometimes we have to use another Caucasian to do it. So the system is built off that. And when you try to do justice, when you try to get justice in an evil system, it's very, very hard. The odds are against you. And it shouldn't be that way. But it is. And to ignore it, people always ignore white supremacy until they get to court. Then they want to go, oh, they racist. So you should have thought about that. And you should be doing something about that while you're out here being a law-abiding system. You should make sure the system works for anybody that has to deal with justice. Anyway, let's get on this. Now, as you can see, they have a black officer over there by Mr. Rodney. This officer hates him. I'm not saying that he hates him like that. I'm not projecting. I am projecting a little bit, but I'm saying that when the way Rodney is looking at him, when we do the video, you'll see how Rodney is looking at him. And his gun seemed to be, the cameraman gonna show that the gun is in him is like he's looking at him as if make a move. You know what I'm saying? But it's very intimidating, which he has to be over there. And I'm glad they got a black officer. But sometimes they just throw that. Remember, people, we can't get confused with just because somebody is black. Okay? That don't make them down for you because they black. That's just to make you comfortable. A little more comfortable, but this person, this black person in this uniform is capable of being a race soldier. He's capable of that. All he have to do is participate. He already got on the uniform. All he needs to do is just participate. And throughout this court hearing, you'll see where the attorney is very upset, because I'm pretty sure the court can't bring just anybody in here voluntarily. The DA and the defense attorney should be able to recommend their particular professional therapists or cyclists or mental health person to predict what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that the court would have to appoint somebody without their knowledge. Somebody from the court, which I believe it was the judge that found this lady that's going to come up here and tell us whether he is mental or was in a mental state when he committed the crime. Let's check it out.
Oh, you're right. How do you want to proceed, Mr. Bennett and Mr.
I didn't talk to a comment before we like to.
Well, yes, you have to. It's not me. It's you. This is your motion. Right. A little chilly in this courtroom, but yeah. There's a side gate right there if you can walk towards it. So then
So as you can see, we have the lady who the court appointed for this hearing. She's supposed to be the person who diagnoses Rodney Hinton. And I'm pretty sure the defense is trying to get her off this case. The district attorney had nothing to do with it. But somebody from the court did it. And he's gonna ask that, I believe. Let's see.
you could move the microphone over towards you, Doctor. It's a big, beautiful courtroom, but it's hard to hear. Do you not have a clean Okay. You good? I'm good. All right. Thank you so much. Mr. Bennett, you may begin.
Before we get started, it seems like she has already been coached on what to say and what to do. See, white supremacy already has its people in place to downrate or have the turnout that they want in a case. And she seemed like, okay, this is gonna be easy. Watch how she kind of worked with the defense attorney. It's like he's nothing. He's just a big mouth black man talking to me. And you know who I am. I'm the racist white supremacist. I'm the racist woman. I dare this black man to talk to me about it. This is how she acts, and you'll see. Did y'all see how she kind of smirked as he was getting himself together? She really act like she want to bust out later. I'm gonna bag it up just a little bit to show y'all how she smirked.
Okay, you good? I'm good. All right, thank you so much. Mr. Bennett, you may begin. So just for the record, the defense is calling Dr. O'Donnell, is that correct?
My understanding is that she's a court appointed. I would like to hear.
Yeah, my question is the defense calling her as a witness? I feel like I kind of just did, and I don't think that's proper. So I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay, just for procedural purposes, just laying it all out, Mr. Bennett. Just trying to do things properly, one thing at a time. Okay. I'm sorry? Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, I just saw her in.
My name is Jennifer O'Donnell.
Dr. O'Donnell, I'm very well thankful.
Mr. Bennett, can you use the microphone for me?
Tell me your qualifications as a forensic psychologist.
I'm an Ohio licensed psychologist. I started in the forensic psychology world in 1995. I have a master's and a doctorate from Xavier University. I'm currently the CEO and senior legal examiner at the Forensic Evaluation Service Center. I'm one of the older licensed psychologists in the state of Ohio. I've served on the Ohio Forensic Center Consortium Board. I've testified in, I've lost count of the number of counties that I've testified.
So this is I'm gonna call it what it is. This is a white supremacist female suspected who has been known by the court to help them with cases that they want to throw to their side. Because if it was a fair deal, the defense would have had their lady, the DA would have had their lady. They wouldn't have had to have the court call this lady. The defense didn't call her. At the beginning, you can see what the judge said. You want to call her as a witness? And so he had to put her in, but he was telling her, I didn't call her. He basically investigating her right now.
Testified in Ohio.
You testified in at least 5 or 6 counties in the state of Ohio, correct?
Oh, probably closer to 20 now.
Okay. And how many times have you done a competency evaluation?
I've done thousands of competency evaluations.
And how many times have you done not guilty by reason of insanity evaluation?
I would say probably 200 to 300.
Okay. And how many SMI evaluations have you done?
Approximately 10.
Okay. So you're well versed with respect to the issues of serious that's well within your prime. But if somebody else contacts you with respect to the evaluation of Mr. Hinton,
Similarly to 99% of the evaluations I do, I was at the court.
right? So you were not contacted by the prosecution, correct?
That's correct.
Stop a minute. Mr. Sawyer. So I know I have a docket and I have it set at 9:30 because I wasn't exactly sure what was happening today. So I will break in about 5 or 10 minutes. If you've got attorneys that are here and
Now you see what the judge did? Right when he was questioning her about that part, she said she had to take a break. And when they do take a break, they're gonna end up breaking until tomorrow. So right in the beginning, this stuff is not justified. It's just look at everybody in here. These are all white people. These are people who may and will judge whether this guy sees daylight or not. And the odds are against him. The odds is against this attorney right here. He's pissed off that the court appointed this lady and not the DA or himself. He's pissed off about that.
witnesses that are here, just to let you know, I am going to break to get them out because this might be lengthy, okay? I just want to let you know. Okay, sorry, I forgot to tell you that. Mr. Oswald, thank you for being here. I will break. I won't keep you here for hours, I promise. Thank you. Okay, so sorry, Mr. Bennett.
No problem. You were not engaged by the prosecution, correct?
That's correct.
And you were not engaged by myself and Mr. Baldwin or the defendant, right?
No, that's correct.
Or the Hinton family. You are doing everything you're doing because the court asked you, correct?
That's correct.
So tell me what you did in this case to begin to formulate your opinion with respect to the serious mental illness of Mr. Hinton.
So I didn't do anything differently in this case than I do in any other case. I asked for as much information as possible from both sides, and then I began my independent evaluation with information, and then I interviewed the defendant as many times as I feel I need to. I speak with family or friends. I review my hands-on.
Now, I want y'all to see just how long she interviews this guy. Now, she's interviewing this guy life. You know, what she says, just think if you're interviewing somebody and what you say about them, their life is in your hands. And I want y'all to notice how long she interviewed a guy whose life may be in her hands. The system may listen to her. But guess how long she sat with him to realize what she thinks he is, or his mental capacity.
And I'm pretty aggressive about that, and that's what I did in this case.
Judge, I don't think there's an objection. I would ask that she be able to give an opinion that is certified forensic psychologist within a reasonable degree of medical service based on her credentials.
Qualified as an expert
Yes.
from the state? Okay.
Please continue.
Why don't you ask another question?
Well, tell me specifically, I know you looked at some documents, I know you spoke with him. How many times did you speak to Mr. Hinton?
Usually I met with Mr. Hinton twice, one very lengthy session, and then another one I went back to get some more records signed and just asked a couple of questions.
When you say lengthy is in how much time?
Oh my gosh, I didn't put the time in there.
Do you recall how much time it was?
You know, as a professional, when you do something, all the I's are crossed, are dotted, and all the T's are crossed. This lady said she had spent a lengthy time. To me, a lengthy time is like a month. But for her, she hadn't told y'all yet. It's only 2 hours. She only spent 2 hours, and that was combined. Now his life is in her hand over 2 hours.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. It was over 2 hours. It was over 2 hours. I'm quite sorry.
Okay, and then you saw him for a second time in addition to the 2 hour period.
I did.
Okay, and do you think that you have all of the information you needed to impact everything that had on his conduct during this offense?
I feel very confident in the opinion that I had quite a bit of information to base that on. I'm always open to more information and to review it and reconsider it. But at this point, I feel like I did a very thorough job.
Stop a minute. Stop a minute.
I'm sorry.
What was her answer? She said she was very confident in the opinion and had. What did she say again?
The judge is stopping this case for a very unnecessary reason. It's almost like she's doing it on purpose. It's almost like she's trying to do this, to throw everything out. That's what it seemed to me. I don't know how y'all feel. What y'all think? Y'all think the judge is trying to throw this thing out? Tell me what y'all think. I think she's trying to throw a punch on him. No, I'm trying to get my sound to work, but it's not working out. Try going. Yeah, I think the judge is throwing it off a little bit.
Was that question all the information you needed? Is that what you said? Okay.
You had it, right?
I had it. I spent a lot of time looking for all the information I could access, and I believe that I gathered everything available.
Hold on.
See how the judge keeps stopping and throwing everything out? That's weird to me. And this lady saying, I got everything I need so I can help the court convict this guy. That's what it sounds like to me. Am I projecting? Maybe so. But that's what it sounds like.
Do you have an opinion within a degree of reasonable medical certainty about whether Mr. Hinton had a serious mental illness on the date of this offense?
I do.
What is your opinion?
I believe Mr. Hinton experiences bipolar disorder, and that he
was there any aspect that he had bipolar psych?
Now see, when you have white people with mental issues, commit a crime, all of a sudden they have mental psychosis. But when we asked her what was his diagnosis, she said he had bipolar disorder, and he had it during the time of the crime, but he didn't have a psychosis disorder. Wow. How do you determine that? See, white supremacist has answers. She sounds like a suspected white supremacist to me. But what y'all think?
Kind of features. Was that your opinion in your report? You want to take a look at it?
Yep.
And turn your attention to page. I'll turn your attention to page 11.
Okay.
And what is your conclusion or opinion about what mental illness he had hit him at the time of the offense?
He has bipolar disorder and has had an episode of psychotic features, which
See how the judge keeps stopping the case when the defense attorney keep hitting her with them hard questions. She seemed to be stopping it right when this lady needs to answer hard questions. She seemed to be just taking the wind out of the defense work on this lady. That's what she seemed to be doing to me. I want to know what y'all think, but this is what she seemed to be doing to me. She keeps stopping.
My clinical opinion is that this defendant has one of the four mental illnesses we say bipolar disorder with psychotic features.
that's correct.
How do you determine whether or not a psychotic feature is manifested at a certain period of time? How do you determine?
By the available from collateral sources, from the defense records, etc.
Isn't it possible that you could have, you could be bipolar, and you could also have psychotic features when you're doing something, but that might not be evident for collateral sources?
It's possible.
That's very possible, isn't it?
It's pretty possible.
Right. Okay. Now, but in this case, you're saying he had bipolar psychotic features. That's one of the four mental illnesses that he had, correct? Okay.
That's the mental illness he has.
Right.
The mental illness that he has.
Out of the four that's in the Ohio Revised Code.
Out of the four, correct.
So you were also asked in an opinion about a second issue, right?
That's correct.
And within a reasonable degree of medical certainty, what is your opinion with respect to whether any condition significantly impairs his capacity to his conduct? What was your opinion about that?
I believe his judgment was impaired at the time of his offense.
Okay. So let's stop right there. Let's get judgment. Well, what does that mean? Like somebody's judgment. What do you mean psychologically or psychiatrically when you say judgment?
To make a rational decision, to do things in a logical and coherent fashion,
Right.
To use good judgment.
Right. It's a person's psychological or psychiatric capacity or lack thereof to interact with a fact or circumstance or event, right?
Could you do that again?
It is a person's psychological, psychiatric capacity, mental capacity to interact with a fact, circumstance, or event. That's what judgment is, right?
It's good.
And what you opine, him being bipolar, having a bipolar disorder, at the time. The ability to do that, right?
In my opinion, his illness impacted his judgment. That's correct.
So, as y'all see, this attorney is tearing down pretty much everything she's saying. But sometimes white supremacists, they lie. They don't even care if they tell a lie. She's saying what she thinks, and she's throwing this judgment on this kid. I'm sorry, not kid, but on Rodney Hinton Jr. as if he had a charge as if he could separate his bipolar disorder from his psychosis disorder. So she's saying before he did the act, he was bipolar and psychosis. But when he did the act, he only was bipolar, but not psychosis. See what I'm saying? This is 101 white supremacy. This is somebody who's sitting up lying. No, she lying, because he's gonna tell her, how do you determine when somebody put on psychosis and don't put on psychosis? How do you gonna determine whether how people can put their mental issues in a chronological order? You know what I'm saying? So he's breaking down her case, and he's doing a pretty good job.
Also, spell it out. How does one's bipolar disorder impact their ability to interact with facts, circumstances, and events that they're engaged in or confronted with? How does that work psychiatrically or psychologically, actually?
For Mr. Hinton or in general?
Let's go in general first.
Okay. So in general, it could increase impulsivity, irritability, distort perception, maybe elevate thoughts of paranoia, things like that.
All right. Bipolar disorder as compared to a lucid person, that bipolar disorder may impact, in this case you said, it can impact your conduct with respect to a circumstance, right?
That's correct.
Mr. Stoyer, you want to come up? Is there anything I can do?
You see, but she didn't give the attorney time to break this lady professionalism down. She cut him out. She cut him out even during his presentation on this thing. See what I'm saying? It's like we got this out of control Negro here hounding this white woman about her decision on his client. We, as the white supremacist class, already know he's guilty. We just need a few professionals to come in here and say it, so we can back up our claim that he's guilty. This system is evil, y'all. We need to get rid of it. It doesn't work. You'll hear people say, well, this is all we got. No, this ain't all we got. Foundation Black America, it's time for us to break the mold. It's time for us to get rid of this crappy justice system that everybody knows when somebody, which is a Foundation Black America, go into court, they don't have a chance. They really don't have a chance. When they determine you're guilty, you're guilty. Anyway, it pretty much ends after this, so I'm gonna end this segment and go to the next one. So let's go to the next one. What's going on in DeSoto, Texas? That's what I want to know. Y'all know I'm from that area. I'm from Texas. I'm here. And I think let me talk about what's going on over there. It's a bunch of crazy stuff happening in DeSoto right now at those school districts over there. So let's see what's going on at one of these meetings here over there.
And we're back, and we're back. Y'all, thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button.
I didn't put that up there. Yeah. What the heck is this? One second, y'all. One second. My timestamp's moving, so give me a minute. Give me a minute, y'all. One minute. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me pause the show. All right, let's resume the recording. All right, we're back. Everything black. What's going on in DeSoto? Well, this is going on in DeSoto.
About niece Alea is still overwhelming.
She can't communicate for herself or advocate for herself or tell us if she was afraid or if she has anxiety with going back into the school. It truly makes my heart hurt for her.
She says back in September, Alea's mother was called to DeSoto High School.
She was walked into like the nurse's office, and there is where she found her daughter Alea with like blunt injuries. She was bleeding like from her forehead, from her mouth. They told her that they forgot to lock the seatbelt in the wheelchair, and she fell out of the wheelchair.
The family took her to the hospital.
The doctors told her that the injuries that Alea sustained couldn't have had from her falling out of a wheelchair.
They then with the prince. That's when the story changed.
Throughout that meeting, we were asking what happened, asking for videos, and they actually accidentally slipped up and told us that she fell downstairs. I feel like it was actually hidden.
A few days, he says they were shown the video at the school.
The teacher was in front pushing another student in a wheelchair. She was behind being pushed, and the student that special needs, he
should have been with both a teacher and an assistant.
The assistant had a doctor's appointment.
Tonight, DeSoto ISD says it's aware of this incident, and in a statement, a spokesperson for the district, they stressed the incident.
Hold on, y'all. This is where that happened at. Instead of the teacher pushing the child, there was another child pushing her. And I believe he pushed her down those stairs knowing that they didn't have a seatbelt on. That's what I believe. What's going on in DeSoto? What's going on everywhere? White supremacy. This is another act of harming somebody who cannot do anything about it. The girl mom has been fighting in school for a minute to get video of this, to make sure something is being done about how they handle disability kids or disabled mentally health kids, however you want to put it. These things never should have happened to this child. You're already mentally disabled, then, or physically disabled, then you let her go down a concrete flight of stairs. And nothing has been done about it. And if you think that's nothing, let's take a look at the Desoto area. Now, Desoto was known for well-respected millionaires, black millionaires side of town. This is a upscale black community. Of course, white supremacy don't like that. And the black people got to realize that. They don't like this black community's expiring, growing, looking beautiful, looking like black people are in power. They don't like that. And black people, or Foundation Black Americans in that area of DeSoto, y'all got to realize that and fight back. You can't be nice with the white supremacy. You gotta fight back and make sure things get done the correct way. Don't let these people pick your leaders to run the community. Y'all are letting them pick your leaders, I believe. Because I know damn well y'all are not running things like you need to run it. Because if you was running it like it needs to be run, there would be no problems at that school. Now they have another problem too. Let's look at that. 1 second. We have another problem. Here we go.
School district did not go over so well for some parents and students tonight. One's for Justice Investigator Alana Otler. First reported on the trouble that's going on in DeSoto ISD. That was back in February. She's been at this meeting tonight. She's live in DeSoto. I listened in for a little bit, and this is about as spirited as a meeting can get.
Yeah, Doug, what we heard tonight was pure passion. Students and parents stood up to remind the board they're voting on more than just budget cuts. They're
to turn into a dump.
It's the latest chapter surrounding the financial crisis in DeSoto ISD. But this week, there were amendments. Instead, there was a motion.
I'm sick of
The football team brings money. None of y'all programs will work without it. So that's that. But I understand that other artists and programs are needed and needed to be funded. But you gotta understand, they money depend on dollars. Y'all school or y'all programs depend on dollars. If you don't have the dollars to match it, you can't just throw a program in there and nobody show up. But on the other hand, these people are, school district has always been a problem since the early 80s. I'm gonna say the early 80s. When Ronald Reagan took out all those trade school, where the guys would learn how to work on mechanics or electricity or, it was like prep classes for getting a license later on in college to do electronics, plumbing, and girls was in cooking classes and stuff like that, being prepared or making meals and stuff like that. Nursing, they had a little nursing type class in there. I mean, back then we was taking like trade school classes at high school. You know, we would learn how to fix on lawnmowers and stuff like that. They don't do that no more. They let you know the school district, and it's all ran by white supremacy, whether they admit it or not. They run this shit. Of course, you've seen a few black people in there. Those people are probably handpicked by the white supremacists to represent the blacks. Okay? Black people, unless we pick our own people, we're not going to be successful in anything, because they are controlling these elected official black Negroes. They control them. The grassroots have to control these politicians. We have to have our own elected politician in there fighting for us, getting us things that we need. There is no way that somebody should come over from another country, put a store right in our neighborhood, and all of us have to go there and shop. Those stores in our neighborhood should be owned by black people. That way we're reinvesting our dollars back into our neighborhoods. When you throw Hispanics in our neighborhood, and that's another thing why the school districts are not profitable right now, because they have to get rid of all those immigrants that they was thinking that the Democrat won. They would have got more immigrants in these schools, and those immigrants would have helped pay for those schools with tax dollars. But since now the government is against them, they're not getting a dime for that. And they have to figure out how to make other ways, other things work. See? And those immigrants were going to be there to replace you, to get things that you benefit from. They get the benefits and we don't get shit. We got to be honest. We got to look at this thing as a group. White supremacy is a group sport. Thank you for saying that, brother. Professor Black Truth. Y'all don't know what that is? Look him up on YouTube, Professor Black Truth. And you also have the Black Authority. You also have Tariq Nasheed. These are kind of like the masters of the Foundation of Black America. They don't lead us. The code lead us. Follow the code. Neely Fuller Jr. created the code. So you need to go get the code book, go to Produce Justice, and you get the code books. So you'll know how to identify white supremacy. Because if you don't know how to identify it, everything you do and whatever you try to do will confuse you. So go get the code book so that you can understand how to deal with white supremacy. A lot of y'all don't know how to deal with it and you're confused about it. Desoto is being destroyed because it's a successful black neighborhood. They had to hire black people to destroy it. Because the black people wasn't letting white folks come in there and do it. So the white people, the white supremacists, and not all white people are racist. It's only the ones who participate in racism. And we don't have a list, so we have to suspect all of them to be white supremacy. Black people, you got to suspect that every white person you see is a white supremacist until they show you different. Now, they might show you different, but they don't show me different. So I still have to suspect that that person is a white supremacist. I didn't make the rules. That's how it is. If you go in there blind like that, then you do yourself a disservice. And you do the rest of us a disservice. Thank y'all for joining me. This is Frank, Everything Black. I'll see you on the next episode.